So today we're going to the Louth Conservation Area, and it's in the Niagara region. It's up on the escarpment, and it's usually a pretty good place to hike in winter, which is nice because not everywhere is. They can be tricky with the snow, especially the escarpment trails. So the cool part about Louth is that it has some really great examples of a geologic feature called a grike, G-R-Y-K-E, grike, and I think it's a Y. Anyways, a grike is a really heavily weathered crack in the limestone bedrock, and they can be really large and really deep, and they make for very interesting like texture. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's about 5 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty warm. And it should make for great hiking weather. So let's get to it. Looks like we're not the only ones who thought it was a good day for a hike.
Jeremy.
So this is one of the grikes here. It's really hard to see because it's kind of covered in snow right now. So we'll have to come back in the summertime. But basically, this is a crack that runs all the way from our right down across the left and then further down. And they're everywhere throughout this whole forest here. So this is bedrock right on top. And there's trees growing all over, so they've started growing into the cracks in the bedrock and the soil that's just started collecting in those cracks. So it's pretty amazing that they're able to like dig into the actual rock, and their roots just travel through these cracks, and yeah, pretty cool.
There's our neighborhood waterfall.
Not a waterfall yet. It's just a swollen stream, so it is pretty cool.
Okay, it's a stream. The waterfall's coming.
If you're enjoying our content so far, please consider hitting that like button below, as well as the subscribe, so you can stay tuned for when we release new videos.
Yeah, it's so windy that they actually issued, what was it called? Like a special weather alert?
Weather statement.
Weather's so special because it's windy.
Special every day.
We're going now. It really is a beautiful day here. Sharice, would you say this has probably been one of our sunniest days in a while?
Yeah. Definitely the warmest day in a while.
Yeah, the weather's been kind of like a yo-yo lately, so it's been hard to want to get outside because it'll be minus 15 and really awful weather, and then it'll be really sort of warm and ugly and wet and muddy, and then back to cold again. So anyways, finally made it out. Perfect day for it. Sunny Sunday afternoon. Trucks, hiking, and a beautiful life. Not necessarily in that order. I don't think that we take these opportunities enough to get out and just be outside. Like even here, we've come here, I don't know, like a bunch of times, and sometimes we just like rush through the woods on the trail and like do the lap, and okay, we did it, time to go home. And it's nice to just explore it a little bit more today, and I'm just really grateful for the blessing of a sunny, warm day to do that on. So, if we're getting heartfelt and touchy about it, I guess that's what I would say. Guy who like helped support the Bruce Trail, so they dedicated a plaque to him, and I guess he really liked the falls. Anyways, that's kind of cool. He helped make this portion of the trail.
Thanks, Lloyd.
So Sharice and I were just admiring this nice big slab of rock that's cracked off here and is just laying on the slope. And then we looked across and you can see this flat line of rock all the way across here. And so I don't know the specific geology of this place, but you can also see there's this flat line and then there's another flat line of rock across higher up the escarpment. But in general, this escarpment exists because there is a hard limestone cap rock that was resistant to erosion. And so that's why we have sort of a significant change or break in the topography along a line throughout Ontario. I think it would be pretty cool to learn the skill of maple syrup making, because like, who knows, maybe some of these trees here are even sugar maples. Like, is this a beach? Is this a beach? Jordan was telling me all about the trees at his place, and I bet this forest is similar, where there's like maybe 7 main types of trees or something like that. So if you could learn what each type was, what you'd like expect to see in this area, then you probably could do a pretty decent job of identifying what is here. Careful. Big rock. So I think this is a glacial erratic. You can see it's crystalline in texture here, which like this is going to be either an igneous or metamorphic rock, but basically you can see that there's individual crystals as opposed to like limestone where it just looks very uniform. And so this is part of the Canadian Shield, likely, that was transported down here, got a free ride from a glacier and was dropped off here when the glacier melted. And so that's why it's just sitting here. It has another friend over here, and I bet you there's like a whole bunch of them actually around here. So it's a little bit far away and hard to see, but out there, that blue line on the horizon that you're seeing, right across here, that is Lake Ontario, and you'd be forgiven for thinking it was an ocean, but it is in fact a lake, one of the 5 Great Lakes of North America, and it's neither the largest by volume or deepest by depth, but it is a large lake nonetheless. And actually, we're looking directly at Toronto. You can't see it, it's on the other side, but on a crisp, clear day, you can see Toronto out on the other side of that water. CN Tower standing tall, and it's really quite striking.
As we near the end of our walk on this beautiful sunny day, I can't help but wonder, what makes a day like this feel so good? And I'm always reminded of a quote by Jack London in his novel White Fang, where he talks about the rigors of a winter out in the wilderness. And he says, "The wild aims to freeze the water to prevent it running to the sea. It drives the sap out of the trees till they are frozen to their mighty hearts. And most ferociously and terribly of all does the wild harry and crush into submission man." And so perhaps a day like this feels so good because we're expressing the life within us through movement.
Buble. That's good stuff.
Bubbly.
That bubbly's good stuff too. It tastes very similar.
When asked what sound makes them happy, 15% of people in a recent survey responded with the sound of a cat purring. Yeah, that's the answer. 15% of people said the sound of a cat purring really makes them happy. Thanks for playing along. We're fully ahead with Maurice's Knowledge again tomorrow afternoon with Tim Hicks on the way. And the latest from
Seriously?
Carly Pierce and Ashley McBride. We'll kick off another long ride of new country up next.
People are cat people, I guess. Whew.